Okay, so today we're going to show the measuring process for SureStep. There's 9 simple measurements that replace casting in most situations, and we're going to run through all of those 9 measurements today. Today we have Kyle here to help us out with the measuring system and the measuring process. So the first thing that you're going to need to take your measurements is a tape measure. You'll also need an ML stick. They're both provided in the SureStep measuring kit that you'll get with your first order. The first 3 measurements are circumference measurements. We're going to start with the smallest supramalleolar circumference. We're going to bring the tape measure around the ankle, just above the ankle bones themselves to the smallest part of the leg, and make a contact measurement. We'll always double check right and left to make sure that the two match up nicely. From there, we can go down and take measurement number 2 at the apex of the heel and the crease of the instep. And we'll go from right to left and double check these measurements to make sure that the right and left are the same. The other thing that you want to make sure on this measurement is that the ankle is close to 90 degrees. That'll give you a more accurate measurement. The third circumference is just over the apex of the medial longitudinal arch, and we'll take that one as well and double check those two from right to left. After those 3, you're finished with the tape measure, and we'll move on to our ML measurements, or width measurements. We're going to take one at the malleoli, or at the ankles. And if those two are the same, we'll move on. The next measurement, we're going to bring the ML stick underneath the metatarsal heads, just resting the forefoot on the ML stick. To press over the metatarsal heads to splay them out and slide the block in to make contact. We can then check our measurements. Now, this particular measurement is the single most important measurement that we need. We definitely need all of them, but this one is good to double check to make sure that it is accurate and that the 2 feet do match up. The next thing that we're going to do is slide the moving block off of the ML stick, and we're going to use this to take our length and our height measurements. We'll go from the posterior aspect of the heel to the apex of the first metatarsal head, and then from the posterior of the heel to the apex of the 5th metatarsal head. And always go back and check left and right to make sure that they are the same. We're down to our last 2 measurements now. The last 2 measurements are going to be height measurements, and we're going to take those from the plantar aspect of the heel up to the apex of the medial malleolus. Again, we'll check right and left against each other. We'll bring the ML stick under the heel and check the height for the medial malleolus. And then we'll go to the lateral malleolus and double check those as well. So that's 9 measurements, and with those 9 measurements we can fabricate SureStep for you, and that should replace casting in most situations.